If you're struggling to make your illustrations pop, one of the easiest ways to add depth and interest is by working on your background. So in today's video, I'm going to share some simple but effective background ideas that you can create in Procreate that are perfect for making your art look more complete, even if you're just starting out. Hello creative people, welcome back to the channel. This is Everly Green, I'm a Spanish illustrator, and by the end of this tutorial you'll have a set of easy techniques that you can use to make your illustrations look complete and visually appealing. The first idea is one of the simplest tricks in the book, which is creating a soft color gradient. To do this, I'll start by opening my layers panel, creating a new layer above my background layer and clip it to the background. To clip it, just tap on the new layer and select Clipping Mask. Now I'll choose the color and fill only half of the background. Next, I'll tap on Adjustments, which is the magic wand icon at the top left, and select Gaussian Blur. From here, I only have to slide the pencil to the right or left until I like how the two colors blend. The best part about this technique is that you can add more colors to your gradient by creating new layers and using Gaussian blur to blend them in. And you also have the possibility to experiment with different layer modes like multiply, color burn or add to see how each one changes the look. This is personally one of my favorite ways to make my illustrations feel more balanced, because gradients are a fantastic way to make the colors in your palette look more cohesive and put together. You can also add texture to your background using Procreate's texture brushes. This is one of my favorite ways to give your artwork depth and make it feel more alive. Plus, it's a great opportunity to play around with gradients at the same time. To start, I'll choose a texture brush from my Procreate's library. I'll be using my own custom brushes for this, but feel free to experiment with different texture brushes like watercolor, charcoal or pencil. Today I'm using my soft shades brush because I love that soft, subtle texture. Now I'll create a new layer above the background layer, clip it to the background again, and pick a new color. Then I'll start brushing over the background. And I also like to set my brushes to have a low opacity because you can always layer up the color to create a bit more depth. And you can also experiment with blending modes here. For example, you can set your texture layer to multiply or overlay to create different effects and make the texture feel more integrated with your artwork. What I really love about this technique is that it's very simple and super easy. You don't need to create an entire scene as your background, you just need the right touch of texture, and that can really make your background look really polished and your art feel finished. Another easy technique to level up your background game is by adding abstract shapes. I personally love using curved shapes like the ones you can see here because they are super versatile. I often turn them into clouds, bushes or even trees. Plus you can add texture or gradients to these shapes to make them look even more interesting. So let's open a new layer, clip it to the background and once again select a texture brush. I'll be using my soft shades brush for this one as well. Now I'll choose a new color and start drawing some random curved shapes to form what will be a cloud. See, it already makes the background feel more complete. So there you have it. Those are 3 very simple but versatile ways to enhance your Procreate backgrounds and take your artwork to the next level. I hope you had fun with this tutorial and feel inspired to try out these techniques in your own illustrations. Remember, don't be afraid to experiment and combine them. The best way to improve is by continuing to experiment and practice. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future tutorials and tips. And I would also love to see what you create, so feel free to tag me on Instagram or leave a comment below to share your work. You can also follow my journey as an illustrator on Instagram at @everlygreenart, where I'm hosting a drawing challenge to celebrate reaching 3,000 followers, and it is a way great to practice these 3 techniques, and I'd love for you to join. Thank you so much for watching, have a lovely day and see you in the next video. Bye!